Recording now. So here we are. Hello, everybody. Ready for our little Christmas version of Tai Chi Gong? You see, I've got all my, I look like a Christmas tree. So I'm going to now, first of all, switch off these because I think they will distract you. Is it off? I think so. Yeah. Okay. There we go. So today we're going to do the fourth section, and we have, after this one, we have two more sections. And so this is exercise 10, which is cloud hands in horse stance. It's called cloud hands in horse stance, and it's good for relaxation, coordination, and stomach. So I'm going to stand up to show you, okay?
Coordination and what did you say, sorry?
Cool. And stomach, your stomach. The stomach. Yeah, which is on your left side of the body. Okay, so cloud hands in horse stance. Now, both exercises you can do sitting or standing. So I'm going to do the standing one first. And horse stance means your legs are further than shoulder width apart. You sink into your knees, but not too much. So we look down and you can still see your toes. And I'll show you sideways. What you do is you're sitting down. I can still see my toes. You stick your bum out. See, stick your bum out and then drop your tailbone down to the ground. And your shoulders are relaxed and back. And that is being in horse stance. Okay, so I'll show you from the front now. My toes are pointing forward. And what I do, I screw my ankles out. So imagine that these are like screws and they screw your ankle out. This is quite important because it keeps you very grounded. Okay. So cloud hands, you're going to have one hand push the cloud underneath. Then that hand will go up and then the other hand will push the cloud. So this hand goes up, the other one drops. And I just want you to copy me. So you push with the lower hand, the top hand follows, then the bottom hand goes up, the top hand goes down. So if I show you with one hand, it goes up, and then it's like you're hugging a cushion, and then it goes down and you push. It goes up and it's just hugging. It goes down and it pushes. It's like you're pushing a beach ball or something. So I'll bring the other hand in. So for those who are doing this standing, this may tire your legs. So whenever you need to, you can stand up and then go down again. And then when you feel ready, you can just hold it again. It's really good for strengthening your legs. And it also helps to increase your stamina. I love this one because it relaxes the mind. And I love the way that it flows. And you watch your top hand. And you let your waist move. And now I'll do it on the chair. You don't need to see my feet, otherwise I'm too far away from the screen. So the same thing, sitting down, but you're not using your legs in the same way. But it's still good because it will help to relax. It will help with your coordination. So you do the same. So imagine you're hugging that cushion with the top arm and you're pushing it with the bottom arm. Then you swap. The bottom arm becomes the top arm and the top arm becomes the bottom arm. And you feel it more in your waist because sitting down immobilizes your sitting bone, your pelvis. But watch your top hand as you do this. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down. This is beautiful. It's a really relaxing one to do. And you know, these exercises, you can do them for as long as you want. You can take one exercise that you remember when you feel a bit stressed or tense, and you can just say, oh, I remember doing this one without watching the Zoom session, and then just sit down quietly and practice just the one exercise. You will benefit from that. So if you feel anxious or you feel a bit stressed or tense, this is a nice one to do. And I'm keeping my shoulders comfortable and relaxed. I'll do 2 more. And then stop with your right hand, if you're a girl, on your lower belly, below your belly button. Your top hand, your left hand on top. And remember, if you're a man, it's the other way around. Left hand first, right hand on top. Okay? All right, that's the first exercise. So the second one is, let me just, looking at the sky and touching the sea. Looking at the sky and touching the sea is good for your back, your lungs, and also for your knees if you're doing sitting down. Okay, I'm going to do the standing exercise first, and then I'll show you how you can adapt it when you're sitting down. So touching the sky and looking at the sea. In this exercise, you're bringing one leg in front. So if I do it sideways, you can see better. And I'm going to lean forward without compromising my back. So when I lean forward, I bend from the hips and I keep from the top of my head to my tailbone. I keep that in one unit. It's like one unit. So you're not rounding your back. Okay, so watch me. When I bend, I do this and then I come up. You see? So you hinge from here, just like a door. So I'm not rounding my back or my neck. I'm not doing any of that, okay? So we start. I always like to start with my knee bent in front. I'm going to reach down and smooth the energy up from the knee in the center of my body without touching my body. And I'm looking at the sky, separating my arms, just like pushing clouds down. And I start to move forward. And I do it again. From the knee up to the center. Looking to the sky and release. This is also good if you have headaches. It's good for like coordination, like I mentioned before. So I'll turn to face you. So my back leg is bent if you're doing this standing, and now I'm going to bend my front leg as I touch the sea And then slowly I switch onto my back leg to look at the sky. And your breathing is normal. So focus on that too. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Very often as you're rising up your hands, you can breathe in and then you breathe out as you go down. But you know that's not important. What's important is that you keep breathing. So focus on that as well as the exercise. Check in with your breath. I'm going to step forward with the other leg now and step back with the one that was in front and continue. Exactly the same exercise, but on the other side. So if you're short of time and you want to know what is the right, how many times do I do this? I don't think it's that important, but if you want to gain the benefit, do 9 on each side maybe, and then you can do more than 9. It's entirely up to you. And like the previous exercises, this is all very relaxing. Maybe a little more demanding on your legs, if your legs are not very strong. And I'll do 2 more. And I'll step together forward. Again, remember your hands whenever you stop. Right hand first, left hand on top for girls. Left hand first, right hand on top for men. I will show you what it's like on the chair. So on the chair, I make it a little bit different, but you will still gain the same benefit and the relaxation. So you can't see my feet, but it doesn't matter. I'm closer to the screen. Okay, so you're going to reach for the C on one side without touching, and then smooth the center of your body up, and then look to the sky, open your arms, and lean forward in that one unit, which I was explaining earlier on, and do the other side. And my breath comes in naturally as I go up. And then I exhale as I go down. That seems to be a natural way of breathing. So just follow that. Keep your shoulders relaxed and comfortable. So I'm going from one side to the other. If you like, then it's up to you. If you want to do the same as I did standing up, then you do 9 times on one side and then 9 times on the other side. It's entirely up to you. Remember not to round your shoulders. So I'm going to turn the chair so you can see my back. I lean forward this way. I don't lean forward that way. Okay? So it's like you don't do this because you can hurt your back. So the whole of this moves in one unit. You don't hurt your back, okay? So it looks like that. And I'll turn to face you to do a few more, looking at you. And I'll do 2 more. So you're touching the sea and looking at the sky. And relax. Put your right hand on your belly and left hand on top. The other way round for men. Remember, okay? So now the next exercise, I love this one as well. So this fourth section is some of my favorite ones. It's called pushing the wave. So if you lift by the sea, you will understand what happens to a wave when it comes in to crash on the beach, and then it goes back, 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 it retreats, and then it crashes on the beach. So the exercise we're doing is the same with our arms, okay? I'll do it standing first. For all my standing people, 1 foot in front. And for this exercise, if I just show you, you reach your arms forward and then you retreat back, you bend that back leg, and as you move forward, you're pushing the wave, bending the front knee, straightening the back leg. You pull like the wave pulls away from the beach, and then it rolls forward. This is very powerful if you need to re-energize. Breathing in is natural as you go back. Breathing out is natural as you go forward. Because as you go back, you open your lungs, and your lungs take in oxygen and air, and then you exhale. So if you want, you can even think, I'm breathing in fresh air, and I'm breathing out dirty air, what I don't want. That's it. So any energy that you don't want hanging on, it goes out like a gray cloud, and it leaves you, and you bring in fresh golden energy into your body. We'll swap and continue. This is very beautiful to do if you can outside. Of course, today is not a good day. It's raining. So you wouldn't want to do it in the rain. But on a sunny day, and when you go to the seaside, you can pretend to be a wave and make the same movement. When I had a bad chest some years ago and I had breathing problems, I used to do this exercise and it cleared it up. I got better. I'll do one more standing. And I'll continue now on the chair. Okay. I'm not always going to repeat now which hand goes where, because by now you should remember. Okay. So you can do this sitting down, and we're going to pull away from the beach first. And if you want, you can put one leg slightly back and the other one slightly forward, whichever feels comfortable. So by doing this exercise, you are helping to heal your lungs. So if you've got asthma or bronchitis or any kind of respiratory problems, by just doing this gently and calmly, you can heal yourself. And if you can just swap your legs, have the other side forward a bit. You don't have to do that. If it's difficult, keep your legs where they are. I like to think that I'm giving you lots of good energy here and taking away anything that is not good, and then giving you some more light energy. So you can even imagine that I am actually giving you this energy to give you strength and wellness. And I'll do one more. And there we go. Right, left. Okay. And relax. Remember, your shoulders are down. And we've done, haven't we? We've done all 3 exercises of our 4th section. So we have another 6 to look forward to, which will break down in 2 more sessions in the new year. And in the meantime, I'm going to come a bit closer. In the meantime, I'm going to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year without any more lockdowns, so we can see each other. And that we can cuddle. That would be wonderful. Lots of love, everybody. Have a lovely time. Do the best you can in your circumstances. And I send you all my love. And I thank you, Angie, for doing such a wonderful job.
Welcome and thank you, and happy Christmas to you, Ned.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.